Hello, welcome to the evening show. I'm Chris, and boy, we got a great show for you tonight. Our guest tonight is the Japanese pop group King and Prince. But first, let's get into the story, and boy, what a story we have. Now, this week has been just an absolute incredible thing with the trading and the stocks. And the stocks and the trading and the this and the that. But the meteoric rise of Gamestop. The story that has everything. Partnerships, conflict, drama, maybe even romance, betrayal, collusion, good versus evil, David and Goliath. All of that in this story, this ever-unfolding story, where there's just been the highest of highs and just the ever-deepening lowest of lows, where hedge fund managers are expected, well, they're sitting on a potential loss of $70 billion with a B dollars loss. In other words, mamma mia, that's a lot of pizza pie. But this is big news that everyone's talking about, including Bloomberg News, where these two Mr. Monopoly cosplay rejects have gotten together to try to talk about this cash apocalypse, or this cashopolis, if you will. Cashopolis, where we put a price tag on your priceless family heirlooms. But let's see what they have to say.
There are any number of research notes, Dennis Gartman, that liken this back to the buildup of derivative and leverage bets of LTCM, and some will even go back to 1907 in J.P. Morgan. You and I have both been in that hallowed room at the J.P. Morgan Museum on Madison Avenue.
How old are you?
Yes, I remember. The year was 1815, and the Nightmare of Europe, Napoleon, yes, Napoleon, had just been defeated at Waterloo, and I remember you were there. You were right next to me, and I remember saying, "Shit, bro, this looks like one hell of a short squeeze."
Cohn and Griffin of hedge fund fame have come in and bailed out a hedge fund, short GameStop that's wrong. Are we seeing history repeat itself?
This is a repeat of what we saw in 1902 when the Northern Pacific Railroad was squeezed by Kuhn Loeb, by Harriman, by, I'm trying to remember the name of the other fellow that was involved in that squeeze, but the stock went from $40 to $1,000 a share. It came, that was when we had that great comment that was made, "He who sells what isn't his'n must buy it back or go to prison."
Damn, that's actually a good quote.
And that's what's happened. We have the most amazing short squeeze going on. I've lived through a short squeeze in wheat. I've seen short squeezes at the turn of the century, but this one is 1902 revisited. This is unbelievable. The public is making money.
The commoners have reached the bank.
But the problem lies in the fact that with as many hedge funds as being caught short, and watching to this morning, what we traded $335, $340, $350 a share in GameStop, which was trading $60 a share a mere week and a half ago.
AKA the only time anyone has ever made money selling with GameStop involved. Now, this has just become a big story. It's really become a bit of like a David and Goliath kind of story. Oh my goodness, yes. One hell of a story. Look at this story. In a David and Goliath story, it just wouldn't be fun if only David was fighting. Goliath had to strike back. And Goliath did. A hedge fund manager and guy missing his monocle, Leon Cooperman, struck back on CNBC to give us his enlightened thoughts on everything that's happening.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like there's something going on that, preventing people from going outside. Yeah, what could it be?
Okay, and this fair share is a bullshit concept.
Oh, such language! Do you kiss your money with that mouth?
It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together.
Like a a large group of people on, say, I don't know, Reddit, banding together as, small independent investors, banding together for a common purpose. Hey, you're with us! Oh my goodness! You heard it here first, people. Leon, can I call you Leo? Of course I can. My good friend, Leo Cooperman, supports the Reddit insurrection on the money. He supports it! But a lot of this has brought a lot of new faces and just new people to the market in general. But one does not simply just invest in the market. You need to know exactly how to do it. Let's see, how to invest in the market. Old brick of Samsung, caller of phone calls, shower of memes, displayer of YouTube, grant us with your fount of knowledge, reveal us, please. How do we make money on YouTube? I mean, not YouTube, the stock market, please. Bequeath this knowledge to us.
In the world of the stock market and in the world of stocks, as you'll say, there's really two ways to make money. And the two ways are through dividends, which this person is referring to. And then the second is growth. And I'll explain more on that.
So tell me, what is this growth you speakest of?
Well, you would have a growth stock. And growth means exactly that. You want something to grow. Or in stock market lingo, you want it to increase in value. So if you have a stock here, and again, you buy it for, let's just say $5, you want this to, as time goes by, increase in value, or you want it to grow in value. Okay?
From $5 to higher. Yes. Makes a lot of sense. So, if what you're saying is true, let me see. Carry the 5. If I want a company like, Gamestop. Okay, so we'll put down Gamestop just as an example, and let's see if it's sitting at I'll just pick a random number. $17.08. Yes. Okay, and I think it's gonna go up to $413 and let's say 98 cents. Let's see. Carry the 1. Yes, it makes sense. That's how you make money on the stock market. Yes, it's so simple. I wonder if, do you think? Do hedge fund managers have this knowledge? Let's find out.
The world's hedge fund industry manages no less than nearly $2 trillion in assets globally. 70% of Europe's hedge funds are based here in London, and I'm off to spend some time with one of them to learn a few trade secrets.
Funds use sophisticated investment techniques that enable them to make money when the markets are rising and falling.
I see. So you can make money if the market is rising or falling. This is very interesting. Very interesting.
Like short selling, the borrowing and selling of a stock with the hope of buying it back later at a cheaper price.
So let me see. Shorting something, you preemptively sell it, thinking that it will go down. Do tell, what happens if it goes up?
He who sells what isn't his'n must buy it back or go to prison.
Yes. I don't have it in my notes, but if you sell and you have to buy it back at a higher price, it's almost like you lose money. It's almost like
There's risk in an investment. But tell me, hedge fund managers, what you do must be just absolutely indescribably hard. It must be just so mind-bogglingly difficult. I mean, you need all these monitors and you need degrees and advanced knowledge. Please tell me, how hard is all of this?
Most hedge funds pretend that what they do is really, really difficult, and it really isn't. You know, you try to identify good companies that you want to own, and I think a lot of people can actually analyze it themselves.
It's not hard at all? Ooh, anyone can do it, really? So now, the SEC is looking into this whole thing to find out if there was any interference in the market. Now, when the SEC says interference, I'm just wondering, would interference look something like, I don't know, blocking people from buying a stock on a meteoric and historic rise, preventing them from getting in on it? Would it look something like, I don't know, locking people out of a stock, essentially wiping out buying pressure of a stock, causing it to drop, I don't know, over $100 per share in a day? Would that look like interference to the SEC, or would that be interference to anyone? Like, for example, if you thought that the immigration numbers would go down in a given year, do you believe that cutting incoming flights into Canada or any other country might lower the amount of newcomers to Canada? Do you think blocking people from entering into a space, a market, a stock would at all interfere with the price? That sounds like interference to me. But free market capitalists, they definitely believe in a free market and an open market, where the invisible hand of the market goes about and rewards good ideas and good behaviors and punishes bad ideas without the need for interference by governmental bodies. And people are able to vote on what they believe is a good idea or a bad idea with their dollars. But what has been shown here isn't free. It isn't fair. If anything, the invisible hands of the free market have been tied together and are forced to give sloppy hand jobs to billionaires who've lost shit tons of money. This is not a free system. This is not an open system. This is a corrupt, restrictive system that would make even the CCP blush. And that is saying something. But at the end of the day, billionaire hedge funds aren't going to be losing money. They didn't get to be billionaire hedge funds by losing money. No, the billionaire hedge funds, they have the money and the clout to fill the airwaves with their messages, like all of these guys. And on the off chance all of this fails, they do have their final silver bullet. They can explain to a new administration why bailing them out is best for an economy. An economy that's been ravaged by the coronavirus that can't open. They are able to make a very good case to a new president on why bailing them out will save the economy and not collapse as he's taking control. And if this is the case, the only losers would be you.
The American people who are normal, you pay your taxes and you didn't get in on this. And that's just wrong. Alright, that's our story. Don't go away. We still have one more segment with our guest star, King and Prince. Don't go away. Welcome back. Tonight we have our guest stars all the way from YouTube, King and Prince, singing their hit song, Cinderella Girl. Let's watch.
Cinderella girl, my precious one, you are the only flower in growing. どんな時もずっとそばで眩しいその笑顔を見せて、やがてシンデレラgirl魔法が解ける日が来たって、いつになってもいつになっても僕は君を守り続ける。I wanna be your sunshine, always makes me happy. 11時間近のにぎわう街並みに、まださよなら言うには全然早すぎるのに、割と門限厳しいってそんなのちゃんと分かってるって、だけどやっぱりざとなると返したくない。次に会える約束もそこそこに駆け出すきっと長い階段駆け上がって人波に消える。君はシンデレラgirl my precious one, you are the only flower in growing. いつになってもいつになっても隣でその笑顔を見せて、やがてシンデレラgirl魔法が解ける日が来たって、いつになってもいつになっても僕は君を守り続ける。 I wanna be a sunshine, always makes me happy. Kimi wa Cinderella girl, my precious one, you are the only flower